We're getting late in the day, and I know we're going to end up having to come back. Let me ask him, you're aware, Mr. Blumenthal, you've compared yourself in the public to the experiences of Mr. Blumenthal prior to the time he became Attorney General, haven't you?
We have some similar legal experience in common.
And you've actually said you're every bit as qualified as Dick Blumenthal was when he took this position, based upon your legal experience, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're aware, aren't you, that prior to the time Mr. Blumenthal became Attorney General, he actually, in contrast to you, appeared in court, correct?
Yes.
In fact, he tried a bunch of cases, didn't he?
Yes.
You never tried any cases.
No.
So in your comparison to Mr. Blumenthal, that's something that you would agree, he appears to have fulfilled the requirements of the statute in a way that you cannot if the statute is valid, correct?
No.
Okay. What am I not correct about?
That I believe my experience in private practice and in the public sector more than qualifies me to serve as Attorney General because it more than meets the 10-year requirement.
Okay. Maybe my question wasn't clear, and I'm wondering if I could have the court reporter reread it, so if it wasn't clear, I'll redo it. But I think it called for a different answer, ma'am.
So in your comparison to Mr. Blumenthal, that's something that you would agree he appears to have fulfilled the requirements of the statute in a way that you cannot if the statute is valid, correct? Answer no. Question, what am I not correct about?
Okay, I'll restate my question. Yeah. Mr. Blumenthal appeared at the bar, didn't he?
You mean appeared in court?
He appeared in court.
Yeah.
Right. If the interpretation of the word at the bar means a litigator, as you said it might.
I didn't say I agreed.
I understand that. But you've conceded that it's a plausible argument that you disagree with, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And will you concede that Mr. Blumenthal satisfied that requirement of being a litigator before he became Attorney General?
Yes.
Okay. And that's not something you can satisfy in a way that he satisfied, correct?
Our experience is different.
Right. You're not a litigator.
No.
He was.
Correct.
Okay. So that's one difference when you've indicated to people, my experience is the same as Dick Blumenthal's. I'm just as qualified. That's one distinction between the two, correct?
We do have similar experiences. We both were in private practice. We both served in the legislature, and I run a large constitutional office. I supervise lawyers. I give legal advice. Mr. Blumenthal runs a large constitutional office. He supervises lawyers. He gives legal advice. Therefore, our experience is similar.
Okay. And you'll agree that your experiences are also different because he was a litigator before he got this position, and you were not.
Correct. That's one difference.
Okay. And in fact, he spent a larger amount of time in private practice than you did. Isn't that also correct?
I'm not certain. I'd have to look at his resume and count that up. I know he served as United States Attorney, and I know that he worked for several private law firms. I don't know how long he worked at private law firms.
Okay.